Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Disgraceful. Like every talk show, we have a little bit of an opening monologue, which is really just narcissistically me filling in, and Nora's back.
Hi, guys.
Of us filling you in on what you've missed in our personal lives. Nothing pop culture-y, nothing of this week. And I have a question for you guys. Would you rather see this segment at the top of every episode, or would you like it to be a separate episode? That's what we're debating. We're trying to figure things out while we do this little talk show of ours here. So whatever you guys decide, that is what we'll do. Because I'm a woman of the people, even though I told you guys to fuck off about the guests. And I promise, you're gonna end up loving what you see, all right? To fill you in on what we have going on, we just came back from Moon Tower, which is a comedy festival in Austin, Texas. Texas. And we were blasting off.
We were blasting off. We had a good time.
We had a great time.
I had a great time. We were there for like almost a week.
Yeah, from Tuesday to Sunday.
Yeah.
I felt like we lived there. It was quite the wild ride.
Yeah. At the end of the week, I turned to someone that we met there and I was like, doesn't it feel like we've been here for a month? Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, a month.
A month.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're readjusting to the real city life. We're back here in New York City in the studio. And then we're ripping some more shows. We've got Tampa this weekend. We're bringing our baby sister Maggie.
May.
She's going to come down. I'm going with Steph Daggs, my good pal. She's going to feature. And then we're heading right to LA for a couple of weeks. And then going to go do shows in La Jolla. And yeah, then heading back over to Florida for some shows in Naples.
Country to country to coast to coast.
Yeah. I mean, from Florida to California to Florida, that makes so much sense.
So much sense.
I'm very excited, though. Yeah, so Moon Tower was crazy. I had 4 of my own shows, headlining shows, while I was there. And the night before my first show, I got a lot of good rest because I was prepared to do my first ever theater, the Thompson Theater. And I was super jazzed. And when we got there, I still have yet to do my own theater. Because it was in a conference room, and vibes were weird. Vibes were a little weird. I had one girl walk out, double birded me on the way out, because she wanted to tell me a story. I wanted to, do my job, and I told her to please sit down. It wasn't the time for stories, and then she stood back up, proceeded to tell the story, and I said, "No, baby girl, please shut the fuck up and sit down," jokingly, and she didn't like that, so she double birded me on her way out. Which is, I guess, fair. I kind of wish now I would just listen to the story, But I was trying to do jokes. It's kind of hard.
It was the middle of your set, though. It wasn't even, like, prompted to tell a story. She was like, I want to tell a story. Mm-hmm. And Grace was like, no. And then she goes, okay, well, fuck you. Mm-hmm. It was crazy.
I'm still waiting for her to post some kind of a TikTok about that. I'm sure it'll drop any minute now.
So if that comes out, there's some context clues behind that. Yeah, it was a one-sided beef.
She was a vibe crusher.
Yeah.
She kind of crushed the vibes. But moving right along, we had a pool day.
Yeah.
We blasted off in the pool.
Lovely.
I wore lots of sunblock. I will never, ever, ever get burnt ever again. If you see me with a burn, kill me on the spot. That's fine.
I'm so proud of Grace. We sat down in the sun. She goes, I forgot sunblock. I go, okay. She goes, no, I have to go get it. Mm-hmm. And then she did. She went up and got it.
Thank you so much.
Proud of
Thank you for being so proud of me.
I'm very proud
for
of
wearing
you.
Sunblock. That's really sweet. And then a lot of the chilling in the day, I really had to refrain from drinking because when you're hanging by the pool, you want to pound and pound and pound. But I was trying to be a good gal. We did those shows. They were a lot of fun. A lot of them. So throughout the festival, for me, and I don't know if this is how it goes for most comics, but this was like my first. I've done New York Comedy Festival, but that's different because you get to go home and it's not like you're away from home kind of thing. And a lot of, I don't want to blame not being at home, but a lot of the shows, it was either good or bad. And it was like a pattern of ups and downs. My mental was all over the place all week. I was like, oh, I just did great. I love stand up. And then I would be like, I should quit. I should be done. And that was the general consensus of what every other comic was going through that week.
It was also weird because it depended on the time of day and also the type of show. Because there were shows that was just a bunch of comedians, and then there was some that were just you. So it was like different. I don't know. It was hard to like catch a vibe.
Yeah, but we ended up catching a vibe. That show we always talk about on this show called Stamptown. I eventually did that. So I did that on the second night, And Grace Ryder was just talking about it. We had just put a clip out about how Neil Patrick Harris was wearing a vest, and he did the same show that she did. And to my surprise, when I get down there in the green room of the theater, who do I run into but NPH himself?
We were literally recording a portion of the vlog that will come out soon, I promise, I hope. But he came out in the background, and me and Grace just turned to each other. We were like, oh, that's NPH.
Because when I was reading the lineup downstairs, I was trying to figure out when I was going on, because I got there and nobody really told me anything about the show. I just kind of knew about it through what other people have told me. We had Zach Zucker on, of course.
Yeah.
So he has told me about the whole show. And then Grace was telling me about her experience. And I was looking at the lineup and it said Neil Patrick Harris ? They weren't sure if he was going to be there. And then as soon as we got there, he had arrived.
Yep.
Now, Neil Patrick Harris was told not to trust me as a joke. So he came up to me in the green room and said, I do not trust you. And so for the rest of the night, I was just wondering why. And that kind of threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
But it was because my friend Joey was fucking around saying, yo, don't trust that girl. Like a joke. But I'm a nervous wreck. You have Neil Patrick Harris come up to you and say, I don't trust you. You're gonna ask some questions in your own mind. And the show was fucking fantastic. All we did was giggle and laugh. One thing that we did that we didn't realize was we were letting each other laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Because we were laughing so much and we have the same laugh.
Same laugh. Someone told us that we have a witch laugh, and now it's stuck in our heads forever.
You can only guess who. And so we were letting each other laugh because we were laughing at the same time, sounding like the witches.
We were laughing so loud and hard, and I feel like on stage you could hear us laughing together.
It's kind of like a good vibe.
It was awesome. Like everyone was, so there was a TV in the backstage, and everyone was looking at it because you can barely see from side stage. Belly laughing. Every single person belly laughing. It was the happiest it was the happiest backstage I've ever experienced. It was so lovely.
Yeah, free spirits these guys are.
Everyone was having a blast.
What you must remember is that these are clowns.
Yeah.
These are people who literally graduated clown school and put on a variety show of madness. And it is
awesome.
Nothing but good fun until you're the comedian trying to do stand-up. Now, that was my role in the show, and I didn't know that they were going to come out during the show and do silly, wacky stuff. Like, I don't know, come out butt-ass naked.
Butt naked.
Or, I don't know, Zach and NPH making out on stage.
Spitting in each other's mouths.
In front of me. So, there's no problem with that. The problem was, I thought I had to do my jokes. I thought I was supposed to finish my set while all this madness was going on.
Yeah.
But what I didn't realize was it was just good fun and I could have enjoyed it and taken a step back. Mm-hmm. So the whole time I'm trying to get through my jokes while they're going ape shit around me. And I was holding back tears. I was like, oh, how am I supposed to do this? My ADD is going mental. But the whole thing was that I was supposed to just be a part of it and enjoy that. And I wish I knew that because I look like such a stickler.
But also for context, they usually have someone in this set that's designated to do like a fake stand-up set, and they know that this is happening. Grace had no idea that this was going to happen before we went on stage. So the people that are usually on stage are used to everything going crazy around them, and they play along with it. But Grace just thought she was doing her stand-up set, so she was all like, oh.
And I was like, I kept like every time they would do that crazy thing and then go back, I'd be like, so anyways, and then nobody wanted to hear from me. And I was oh my gosh. And I didn't know what time I was getting off. They didn't tell me if there was a light or anything. And so I thought I saw a light and I go, I did too much time. Oh, I'm done. And I just walked off stage. And I went up to Neil Patrick Harris and I said, I'm sorry I let you down.
I saw him get his pants ripped. He ran off stage and then he got his pants ripped off of him and someone put his pants on. There was madness behind you. And it was so funny.
I'm sure we could add some clips and show you.
There's so many clips.
It's madness.
It looks like you know the sound. Yes. It was everyone just running around and then just sprinting and giggling, and it was so funny. And I'm sorry, but it was so funny.
And another thing, we talk in fragments. So if you don't know do, that's just us talking without saying anything. Because We are sisters who live, sleep, breathe, work, and love together. So we'll notice that we'll be out with people and they're like, what did you guys just say? Like, oh, you didn't catch that? We talked in fragments the whole time. So that's something we're learning about ourselves. What else happened? Oh, I had shows at Cap City, which is like 30 minutes out from where everyone else was in the festival. And the thing about Cap City is I went and I saw a comedian there one time when I was in Texas. And I remember being like, oh my God, I would love to do this venue someday. And we got there and I was like, oh my God, I'm doing that venue I someday wanted to do. And that was, for lack of a better word, serendipitous.
It was an awesome venue. It's run so well.
Yeah.
I loved everyone that worked there.
It was
awesome.
Awesome. And everyone who came out to those shows was fantastic. The people who came to my fake theater show were awesome too, except for Middle Finger Girl. Yeah, it was great. It was fucking awesome. Fantastic. We met up with our cousin.
Yeah, Jilly. Shout out Jilly.
Shout out Jillian. Moving right along, we also went to a beautiful natural spring. So we went to Barton Springs. A lot of the comics ended up going there. A lot of the people from Stamptown went, and Nora and I treaded water for 2 hours straight. We had a fucking blast.
Going like this in the water, but you don't even realize it when you're having so much fun.
Oh my God, we were having so much fun. And the thing was, like, we were getting the people going. So the Stamptown boys, they kept calling in people from the team to jump in. So every time someone jumped in, it would be like a wah!
Yeah. And a front flip.
And we were blasting off so hard that it got contagious. So people just walking by us would be like, yeah, I should jump in too.
People were coming down from the hill everyone was sitting on too, just to jump and leap in. It was so lovely.
We'd ask them what their name was first, and then we'd chant their name, and then they jump right in. It was glorious. It really, it was like summer camp vibes. It was awesome.
It was awesome.
The main event that I was waiting for all week was I did Dr. Phil Live with Adam Ray.
Oh, yes.
And it was so sick to be a part of something so awesome. I'm a huge fan of Adam. He's a buddy of mine. I love him and his wife, Amanda. They fucking rock. And then his team rocks. Shout out my boy Jack. Shout out my boy Norm. We had a lot of fun. We had a blast. People on that lineup were hilarious. I went up to Pete Holmes, who was on the lineup, and I said, hey, man, it goes without saying, I'm a huge fan. He goes, well, it does not. It does not go out without saying. Thank you for saying that. He goes, I didn't think I was big with the young kids. And I'm like, young kids?
Young?
First of all, thank you. Second of all, I thought we were the same age. Yeah, I thought I was just a little bit behind in my career.
Yeah. We were watching him when we were like 10.
Okay.
Love you, Pete.
I met Casey Rocket backstage. That was fun. And then I went on stage and I was nervous because Matthew McConaughey was in the audience, which I thought was a joke, but it ended up being proven true. And we had to cut my segment down a little bit because I had to run to one of my shows at Cap City. It was just go, 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 go.
Yeah.
It was good. I get another opportunity at it because I'm doing it with Adam at Great Outdoors Fest in
Calgary.
August, which I'm excited for. We made a lot of pals.
Yeah, so many pals. We stayed at the last night. We went to the closing party.
Well, first we pre-gamed in the hotel room, and then we were like, I feel like we should go say bye to everyone at the goodbye party. I had a little bit of a mushroom chocolate going on, so I was dancing. But the DJ, I've never seen a worse DJ in my whole life.
That DJ was insane.
What's the opposite of DJ Save My Life?
DJ Kill Yourself.
Yeah, DJ Kill Yourself. DJ Kill Yourself.
He was DJ Kill Yourself.
He wanted everyone to die.
We walked into it playing dun 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 dun. Crazy song to walk into. It felt like clown time.
And then every time you were just about to hit that, he brought the house down.
It was like everybody starts swaying. And it was like, dude, I was just moonwalking to Michael Jackson.
Picture this. Sometimes I cry.
It was the most blue ball DJ.
Oh my God. DJ Blue Ball.
DJ Blue Ball.
No shout outs for DJ Blue Ball.
And then at one point, there was no warning. He just goes, all right, everyone, that was it. Grab a donut and leave.
Yeah.
Because they had a donut stand. So everyone just had to leave. And then everyone working there, they were like, time to go.
Oh, yeah. They were horrific on shrooms. They were screaming in your face.
Yeah. There was no nice bye-bye to everyone. So then we went to a hotel room.
Ours.
Grace's hotel room. Until 5:30 in the morning because we had a flight to catch.
Of course, closer towards that flight catching, the security was called because we were being a tad bit loud. And when I opened the door, I asked the security guard if he was a stripper, and he laughed. And he definitely looked like a stripper. He was sexy.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I'm not, but please keep it down. We said, yes, of course. And then a guy right behind him, they didn't communicate.
No.
Another security guy came, bashed down the door and said, please keep it down. And we said, we just told the stripper guy, that we were going to be good.
You have a whole hotel full of comedians.
Yes.
You don't expect them to have a fun time at nighttime. That's like the whole point of having comedians at a hotel.
Oh.
Kind of ended up being the funniest part of the whole week.
Yeah, that was the best night.
That was the best night.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Everyone in that room rocked.
Moon Tower Festival, overall success, had a blast. Also, moving forward, what is some things you'd like to see on the show that we could do for you? Because you know what? We're trying to figure this out. We're trying to figure out some segments. What would you like to see? We want to take your advice, your suggestions, and put them to good work, because this is for you, baby. All right? This is all you. It's all for you, Pearl, on your 13th birthday. That's going to do it. Thank you so much. And before we go, I got to plug those shows. All right, real quick. I'm going to be in Tampa this weekend at Side Splitters, April 25th to the 27th. And then May 9th to the 11th, I'll be in La Jolla, California at the Comedy Store. And then May 15th to the 18th, I'll be at Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, Florida. And then after that, we're going June 5th to the 8th to Charleston, South Carolina at Wits End. July 2nd, Honolulu at Blue Note. August 22nd, we're going to the Great Outdoors Fest in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Okay, back to the show.
Coming at you live from a shady Manhattan studio, it's Disgraceful, featuring your gracious ginger host.
Hey, watch yourself. Only I can say that.
Okay, boss, whatever you say. You pay my bills. Give it up for Grace O'Malley.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Disgraceful Show. I'm Grace O'Malley here with Molly Kearney. Welcome in, Molly.
Thank you, buddy. It's good to be here. I feel so honored.
I wanted to get right into it, and I skipped over all your credits.
It doesn't matter.
Well, cousin.
Oh, yeah. Cousin. Friend.
Family.
Yeah.
Hilarious, talented comedian.
Right back at you, sister.
Come on now. Welcome, man. Welcome to the 70s.
It's cool. I was just going to say, I love the color palette.
It's like
And it's gloomy
Carson
out.
without the sexism.
It's really nice. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so I have cards. But
Yeah, it's professional.
we'll do cards at some point, but we're more pals. We're more like, we'll get to the fucking cards.
Okay.
We just did shows in Chicago together.
Yes.
And boy, did we're a duo that should stay far away from each other.
Well, you put the two of us in Chicago with no supervision. A fancy hotel.
Yeah.
A bar that was very much
For us.
made for us. Yes.
It was not only after my name, but it was also a very welcoming gay bar.
Oh my God. I was like, honey, I'm home.
I'm like, oh, and my name's on the door. We're going
Yeah, it
right
was
in.
amazing.
Every night
Every
we were
night.
in Chicago for 3 nights. We went all 3 nights.
Yes, we did.
Shout out Grace O'Malley's.
Gracie O'Malley's.
Gracie O'Malley's.
Great group of people.
It was good stuff.
Claw machine.
Yeah.
I think I spent like $100 cash on that claw machine.
Was it really like $100?
Well, I mean, I kept putting tens in, and then the owner came and opened the box with the key and kind of moved the doll or the stuffed animal so that we could have an easier access.
Rigged in the best way.
Rigged it. We rigged it.
Yeah.
And they only have it, they rent that thing for 2 weeks and then they have skee ball there too.
Wait, so they just switch it out?
I guess.
That's kind of sick. Can you do
Yeah.
that in your own home?
I know. I was like, I want to pop a shot.
Like one day.
They did have pop a shot.
What's Papa Shot?
The basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One day I want to get to be that successful. You know, you ever see like MTV Cribs?
Always.
And they walk in and they've got an arcade. Like, dude,
I love
they're
it.
rolling
And
in it.
the movie seats.
Oh my God.
I always wanted to one of those awesome recliner rooms with
30, maybe 40 couches.
Yeah. But knowing myself, I would have that in my house and then I would just ended up watching shows on my iPad in my bed.
Yeah. No, 100%.
You got a TV in your room?
So this is where I think we're similar. I bought a TV during Black Friday for my room, and I never set it up. It's still in the box.
It's not set up? No.
It's still in the box.
So would you have an iPad?
I got a new computer.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just like to plop it, and I like to like readjust my while I'm watching TV, so I can just move it. You can't do that with a TV.
Because with the TV, you got shit like this.
Yeah.
And it's not all that comfortable.
It's not.
You know? But yeah, I didn't think we were going to be talking about Black Friday sales and skee-ball, but
I got my TV on Black Friday.
Did you?
And it's not it's out of the box and it is running.
Oh, good. Well, you better go catch it.
Yeah. But I didn't hang it. I should have hung it on my wall.
I need my Adderall to kick in is what I'm
Yeah, we
thinking right
always
now.
do,
Come
brother.
on now.
Man, I wore wool and I have a upper lip sweat, so excuse me.
Oh, there will always be this for me. I
Yeah.
always just have to make it go away.
New York just makes me sweaty all the time.
It doesn't matter if it's the winter time or not. Everybody's always saying, yeah, no, summer's the worst in New York. I'm like, you don't get how bad it is.
I feel like I'm sweaty or freezing and there's no middle.
There's webs and there's flows, but it never seems to be flowing for me personally.
We're just a couple sweaty Irish people.
Well, that brings me to my first talking point. We met at an SNL after party.
Yes.
The second time we met, it was also in the same circumstance, but I had also met your mother.
Yeah, it was the Mother's Day show.
How I met your mother? SNL after party.
Yeah, and my mom was like, "What's your name?" You're like, "Grace O'Malley." I'm like, she's like, we're cousins.
I was like, oh wait, you're actually very correct. I think we are cousins.
And then I was like, "Wait, what?" She's like, "Oh yeah."
yeah,
I'm like, "Okay."
like long family history, and for which now we're cousins.
Now we're
Whatever.
cousins. That was a crazy night. My grandma stayed out till like 5 a.m.
Yeah, it was like the Mother's Day episode.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Impressive stuff.
That's like that.
Where I get it from, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do this joke where I say if I die with a higher BAC than my grandma, I must be doing something right.
Wait, how old is your grandma still?
Oh, she's no longer with us.
I'm so
But she was a goddamn rock star. Oh, she was a good little lady.
She ripped.
I recently did shows in Boston, and someone I'm like distantly related to, an older woman, she came up to me and she goes, "Oh, isn't it terrible that your grandma's not here to see this?" I'm like,
Oh, that
Yes.
would bring me to tears
yes,
a
it,
little.
no. As soon as she said it, I lost it. I was like, "Excuse me, 1 minute." I was like, "That fucking bitch, fucking like a bitch." Fucking.
You wait, she really was your
She's like my mom's aunt.
okay.
So
So
like,
your grandma's sister?
no, it's like through marriage. You know how
Okay,
that.
yeah.
You know how it all
Yeah,
goes.
yeah.
But I was like, fuck on.
I know it's
Like, why did you say that? It really is
Read
a
the room?
buzzkill. Read the goddamn room, and I'm gonna read these cards real
Yeah,
quick
I'm
because
really intrigued.
I'm new to all this.
you're
jazz.
looking so professional today, bud.
Well, here's the thing. I'm looking for a new co-host, and everybody who comes on the show is going to audition if you
Now I'm
would
really
like.
sweating. Maybe I have to take the wool off.
So I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and we'll see if you are a good fit. What do you think?
Oh, let's rip it.
All right. You self-admittedly love cussing. All right.
Yeah, so
As a potential co-host, do you think we should be able to cuss on the show?
1,000%. The state of the world? Are you fucking kidding me?
You gotta be
If we
kidding
say
me.
a couple F-bombs, you know. I can't help it.
It's the whole reason for a pod. I
Yeah.
just spit everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just
spitting
going.
and swearing. Spitting and swearing.
All right, moving on to the next talking point.
I'm nervous. I feel like you're testing me. I'm like, ah.
All right, listen,
Okay.
we're both lefties.
You're right. Yes.
You know we're left.
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
So when we write our episodes, can we please use those left-handed notebooks we feel so strong about?
Yes.
Please.
I have some and I'll bring you one.
Oh my God.
But really, it's just a notebook flipped upside down.
But
But I like it.
it's good. It's good because it really is a problem
You
in this
smear?
world. I smear.
Yeah.
Smear all over the place.
It would always look like I had a huge bruise.
Yeah, I know. And if you use markers, it's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, it's a nightmare. Try writing on dry erase board, am I right?
You shouldn't make
Come on.
impossible.
It's terrible.
Don't make me go up to the
Do you
front
hold
of the
your hand like
class.
this?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Have you seen how Taylor Swift holds a pen?
So on this podcast, we do not talk Taylor Swift.
Oh no, it's not.
Just to stay
I'm
away.
I'm not like
Are
saying
you?
like
What are you about to say?
no. The way she holds a pen is crazy.
Is it
It's like
because she's a genius, right?
I'm not sure.
Yes.
But it looks like it's like a pen inside of a horse hoof or something. Like it's very bizarre. You should look it up one time. It'll frighten you a little bit.
Have you ever seen Megan Fox's
Dumped.
thumb toes? Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, well, no, I love that because you
Yeah.
know you can't have everything.
Yeah, you can't. Everyone has imperfections.
Yes, of course.
And aren't
not to point them
imperfections-
out, but I'm glad she has one.
Me too.
Truly and honestly.
Me too. But man, her and the
Oh, you mean Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah. He's from Cleveland, so I guess.
Yeah, it's you, LeBron, and MGK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Big
Molly
three.
Shannon.
Molly Shannon as well. No way.
That's a random bunch. I like it.
I feel like there will be a chance when you're all in the same room.
I'd get in a canoe or boat with them
Yeah.
and row it together.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, you would go on a row team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Harvard
so.
style. Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah.
All right. This next segment is called In the Green Room.
Oh, yeah.
All right. In 2020, pre-muskification, you wrote, lately, I'm not a sing in the shower type of person. I'm a bath and scream underwater kind of they.
Yeah, I think I might have been going through something then. I think I was taking a lot of tubs. I was taking a lot of tubs during the beginning of that pandemic. I was like, I'm just going to go sit in this tub.
Yeah.
And I think baths are kind of gross because you're kind of just sitting in your own soot. And I sure as hell didn't have a claw tub or anything.
Oh, well, yeah. Who does?
Fancy people.
People who have the kind of arcades in their homes.
Yes. I never really
I wanted to remind you.
Tweeter. I never tweet.
No,
Very
I
often.
don't anymore for sure.
Yeah, no. None of that.
Your Instagram bio says, I was a speed skater. Speed skating and comedy actually have a lot in common. Both are high speed, high pressure, and involve a lot of falling on your ass.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything from your skating days that weirdly help you survive doing comedy?
Oh my gosh. I have really good form.
Oh, yeah.
And when I have a couple alcoholic beverages, I usually bust out my form.
Is that right?
I had very strong thighs as a child.
Thunder, as they say?
Yeah.
I was called Thunder Thighs once and twice in my life.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would crush at speed skating. Have you
Really?
ever? Do you know how to skate?
I do, but I don't at the same time. I can stay up.
That's good.
I could go like Rockefeller Center, go
Okay,
around
that's
a little
good.
bit, but
That's
I don't
impressive.
think I'll be speed skating.
I don't know. Never say never.
All right, next question.
Okay, hit me.
Do you have a writer for your shows?
I think for colleges I do.
Yeah.
You want to know what's on it?
Of course I do.
I think I went through a phase like you did. Like the Chicago one.
Yeah.
I like chips, Diet Coke,
Mm-hmm.
chips, and Diet Coke.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really it.
Chips and Diet Coke.
But that's for college.
That's
Because
for
they
colleges.
can't have alcohol.
Yeah, no, of course.
And I think I have like Miller Lite.
Miller Lite. Yeah, no, the dad of all
I'm a
dad beers.
simpleton. Yeah. Like when we ordered pizza in Chicago at the club, they didn't give us ranch with the pizza.
Oh, that was
pretty.
became an
That was
issue.
probably the pit of that weekend. That's it. That's the only thing.
Which is huge because that's a very small feat. You know,
Yes.
It was funny because you were talking about how nowhere in New York will give you a side of ranch. Like,
No.
I'm so glad to be in Chicago
Yeah, I did
because
say that.
they will have ranch and they didn't have you on the ranch.
Oh, good.
Yeah, fucking yay. Listen, you worked at a COVID vaccine site.
Yeah.
You did.
You did some mystery searching on me.
I never stopped.
Impressive.
I never stop. But be honest, do you feel like the bouncer at the most expensive club in town?
Absolutely. And my mom thought that I was given she thought that I was injecting the shots. And I'm like, I think that would be illegal. I am a comedian. Like, like can you imagine me? Like, we did 10,000 cars a day in the Dodgers parking lot. Can you imagine me just going, I was the one who wrote the number on the card.
Oh, wow.
And
you gave them their cereal.
And we did some famous people.
Did you?
I can't say though, because
Oh,
HIPAA.
yeah, because HIPAA and all?
Yeah. But, you know.
But, it was 5 years ago. Just tell us.
Someone named
Oh, wow. Alec
Yeah.
Baldwin? Molly, you lived on an island in Lake Erie,
Yes.
Ohio. What the hell does that even mean?
It's like there's a bunch of islands in Lake Erie above Cleveland by like Cedar Point, America's largest roller coaster.
To which one of my friends, Caroline, used to work there.
Really?
Yes. As
You
a
got to go to
singer.
Cedar Point and you got to speed skate. If we went there, we would have to be like on like a leash or something. Like when I go there, it's just a big party island. There's like 54 bars.
54 bars on that island?
Yeah, and it's like 1 mile by 3 miles around, I believe.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it Put-in Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, I know this place.
Yeah,
I've
Put-in
heard all
Bay,
about
yeah.
it. Put-in Bay.
Put-in Bay.
I've heard all about this place. It's honky tonk.
Yeah, it's something like that.
But it's good stuff.
It's a blast.
It's like Margaritaville.
Yeah, but I'm like
for the Midwest.
yes. Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. We have
Ding,
one.
ding, ding.
That means you just won a flight to Put-in Bay.
Yay!
Thank you
Here
so
I
much. Everybody look under your seat. It's a golf ball. I'm sorry. I have dyslexia.
It's okay.
I actually don't, but my dad does. And
So you think it dribbled down?
I think there's something
Dribble.
in there that where it like trickled down. Yeah.
Trickle, that's
yeah.
it.
A dribble, trickle, you know, and it's tricky because he calls it dicklexia.
Dyslexia.
He's like, you know, I can't read that. I got the dicklexia. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like you're
yeah,
playing
you
it
sure
up
do,
a little
buddy.
bit.
Yeah, big guy, you sure do.
You sure do, pal. My phone calls with my father are few and in between, although you have a great relationship with your pops, right?
I do. I'm very
Yeah.
lucky. Very lucky.
I was recently talking to my father, and it was like the first time in a little bit ski, and he was asking me all kind of questions. He was like, do you ever like have a hard time reading? And I was like, yeah, I do. I think I got it from you. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I don't like reading in public because I feel like everybody knows when I'm flipping to the next page.
Did you used to read ahead if you had to read out loud in class?
Had
You had
to.
to like be like, okay. And I'd be like, what's that word? And I'd ask my friend next to me, I'm like, how do you say this word? And they're like, you are troubled.
I mean, but it's funny because then it ended up being a part of your life where you had to read off literal cards.
You're doing really good.
Thank you so much.
Did you switch your letters around when you write in school?
No, it was
Or
I
just
think I had
reading?
math dyslexia.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's that one?
math. Well, that's where I look at that and I go, SpaghettiOs.
You're like,
it looks like
I'm
SpaghettiOs.
just gonna put that in the calculator, and now I'm gonna ask one of my sisters to give me an answer.
And I'm just gonna go to summer school and tell my dad that I'm going to math camp.
Good job.
Yeah, you know.
Did you really get away with that?
My mother and I, we were in cahoots.
It was a
Yeah, it was like she's going to math class, math club in the summertime.
math club.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure.
Trying to advance. My dad was like, "Oh wow, good for you."
Like-
Were you a good student?
I was an anxious student. I think I had a lot of trouble keeping up. But
Okay.
I always got like B's and C's. A, B's, and C's.
A, B's, and C's.
That's a lot of different letters.
That's like the 1, 2, 3s.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good stuff.
Or you seem like you were really good at like school.
My mother plays my GPA on Keno
No,
because
no,
it's
no,
that
no.
bad.
Wait, that's crazy.
She plays a 1, she plays a 5, and she plays a 9.
Oh my gosh.
1, 5, 9.
Is it because you were like more distracted and doing like you were?
Class clowning around.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally respect that.
You know, I would get detention all the time. I was kind of like a little shit. I would get detention and I wouldn't eat all day. And detention was 3 hours long.
3 hours?
Yeah, they really collected.
That's like borderline abuse, I think. 3 hours after school is crazy.
I do believe so, but you know, I really wanted to go to prom. Turns out nobody asked me, but
no.
you know how that goes. But yeah, no, 3 hours in detention. So I was like, I'm gonna order a pizza, and then I heard on the loudspeaker that they called me to get my pizza, and the teacher said you can't eat that in here. I go okay, and so I grabbed a chair, put one foot inside, one foot outside, and asked everyone in detention if they wanted a slice.
Wait.
Fuck them.
Yeah. I think that's just showing initiative. You know, I think that's pretty friggin' impressive.
Thank you very much.
What kind of pizza was it? I gotta know really quick.
Oh, just cheese so everyone could share.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
big, large one though.
Yeah.
Pay cash.
And it
Tip
got into the school? 'Cause I guess it was
Yeah,
after
they
school,
dropped it
right?
off at the office, and they're like, Grace O'Malley, are you in the building? Are you in the building? Come to the office immediately. And I went, and I was like, oh, word, thank you.
That's impressive.
Thank you. So you were a good kid.
I think so, yeah, I guess I was.
In any clubs or anything?
I was class president.
Oh, so you have to plan the reunion?
Well, no,
No?
the school president, the whole school president, my friend Claire, she has to plan that.
You sure?
I'm not doing it. I was more of like, she had to say the prayers in front of everyone, and I'd be giggling, and then I got to like run like the rallies.
Oh, see, that's fun. What kind of rallies?
Like, you know, like you know, like
Are you
school
sweating?
spirit. Yeah, I'm like, you know, school spirit.
Oh,
stuff.
yes. The ones you show with
And
your
I shared it
love.
with 3 other people. There was 4 of us who were class president. It was bizarre. It was like a leadership team. But anyway,
Okay, well, and that was an all-girl school?
yes, it was.
Oh, yes.
You didn't go. You went to a all boy and girl.
I had a public education.
Okay.
Yeah, public. All right, so then you went from your Catholic school down to up to Ohio University.
I went
Or
to
Ohio
OU for
State?
one semester.
Okay, yeah.
And I needed to
OU?
go. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have done bad there.
Yeah, totally,
Yeah,
100%.
you would have not made it
And
out.
then
I don't think.
OHIO,
Yeah.
that would have been the kicker. The Buckeyes.
Yeah, the
Those
Buckeyes.
guys would have
All my
screwed
cousins-
me sideways.
I went to Dayton, University of Dayton in Southern Ohio, which is also like a big. Well, it's a Catholic school, and that was an accident.
Yeah. What kind of like an accident was that? Because
All my friends went after I transferred. I was like, I just want to go to a school where my friends go, and I was like, whatever.
yeah, you're like fuck it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be Catholic for a couple more years. As long as I can have
You're
a
no-
beer in my hand while I do it.
You're not still practicing every Sunday.
You grew up going to church, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I was an altar girl.
Oh, me too.
Really?
Yeah, but I would always get so lightheaded up there.
I didn't like it.
Kids would drop like flies. I don't know. It's like I think like I've seen like 4 or 5 kids in my day drop.
It was all the myrrh.
Yeah,
or whatever the hell that stuff is.
Yeah, incense.
The frankincense.
Myrrh.
Stuff
like,
got in there.
Hot and dry.
Yeah, I didn't like it, and my mom made me tell the priest that I was all done. I wanted to just.
you had to.
I wanted to ghost them,
Houdini?
basically.
Yeah.
But I had to go in there and say, "Excuse me,
Sir,
Father,
Father.
Father, sir, I feel like I am sinning as I tell you this.
I'm out.
Forgive me."
How old were you, think?
About like 11.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, or like
Why
12.
is that so cutie?
Why? How long did you do it?
Same, but I just think it's like funny. I guess I didn't really think I'm like, oh wow, we're like little children, like standing up for like an hour and not knowing what the heck's going on.
I heard that.
I never knew the order either. I was like, am I bringing up the wine or the bread or
As long as I get some wine,
Yeah,
I'm
come
good. I was so stoked. But isn't that the craziest thing, that there's a loophole within Catholicism that you can drink. Just that's it, but you can drink
Yes, you can have
when you're 8 years old.
Yeah. That is really nuts.
It is kind of crazy. And I thought everybody was Catholic.
Me too.
I really did.
I was stunned to find out not everyone was Catholic.
Do you remember how you found out? Because I do.
Religion class in growing up.
Oh, they gave you a secondary religion class?
I think like we did like the world religion class in like 8th grade.
Do they teach it with like with angst? Like yeah, these
yeah,
are the religions, but
there's also these other types.
these fucking fools.
I know. I don't really remember.
It was my junior year of high school. And
No.
Yeah, no. And we were talking about presidents, and they're like, yeah, JFK was the first Catholic president. I'm like, how?
That is late.
Well, I was like, everybody's Catholic.
We're all Catholic.
And they're like, no. Very small community here in Boston.
You're like, what?
I was like,
Hold on, I thought my pizza's coming to detention. I'll learn after. That is
yeah,
wild.
school was a fucking mind fuck for me, I guess.
Well, you did it, and it turned out pretty well for you, I think.
Hey, right back at you, you know? Let's move right along.
I like you being organized. It's pretty funny.
It's so stupid.
It's really funny. I'm
trying my
impressed.
best. Thank you. I'm trying my best.
Did
here.
you write these like on the way here really fast?
No, these like we took time and made these.
They're good. I'm impressed.
Thank you. Okay, on the topic. As an Irish Catholic, you're already carrying a fascinating mix of guilt and rage. But if you had to pick the most on-brand Irish Catholic experience you've ever had, what would it be?
You know when you have your confirmation and you have to hold a candle
Oh, I
in
skipped that
in the
one.
mass? Well, anyway, my mom was holding my candle and I bent down and she lit my forehead on fire.
That's classic.
And that was scary. It left like a little
I was gonna ask, does it
scar.
leave a mark?
It did.
I think everybody in my life that has a little bit of a something going on right here.
Yeah.
Everybody, I imprinted my sister with the shovel one time. It was an accident.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, everybody that I love near and dear to me has a little bit of a dent on their forehead. It was an accident. I
Boom,
feel like I have
boom.
to go back to that.
It wasn't. Yeah. Well,
It was
like,
my
did you
grandmother's
step on
birthday. We were digging a hole with a metal shovel.
Okay. Oh, metal.
She wasn't watching us, and Nora looked in to see what progress we had made, and I didn't see her, or I was so in on the shoveling of it all that she got it right to the dome.
I mean, my little brother got decked in the temple with a metal horseshoe. Went down. Very scary.
Oh, ow! Yeah, I forgot about metal horseshoes.
Yeah.
Like the lawn game.
Like
Yeah, those are
metal, like old
dangerous.
school metal. Yeah, he could have died, but he's living.
He's living. Does he have like a learning disability? Or?
No, he's smarter than me, so
Well-
maybe I'm the one with it.
I thought for sure you were the youngest.
I know.
I thought for sure.
Yeah, you keep calling me the youngest.
Yeah, but you're right there in the
troubling.
middle.
Yeah, right, boop, right in the middle.
You're bopped in. That's why you're so keen on Nono. Nono's middle. I'm sorry I hit you with the shovel, Nono. All right, moving right along.
That was very sweet. They made up.
Before you graced the stage, you were riding around in pedicabs.
Oh yeah, dude.
What was that like?
Yeah, I was a pedicab driver on Put in Bay for maybe a couple of weeks, not even. I was like,
You sound like the mayor of this place.
there's many characters like me up there. It's an eclectic group of human beings. They're like the wildest people I know. But yeah, the pedicab, it was owned by there's like 6 bikes, and you used a Crown Royal bag to put your change in.
Oh, of course, classy.
Yeah. And the principal of the school up there owned the pedicab company.
Okay, sounds like
And
money
he was
laundering.
Mr. Poe. So he was Poe's pedicab, and they have big little mustaches on them.
Oh, so he had a mustache?
No,
Oh.
I don't know why that was the logo, but there we have it.
I
It
also
was very,
picture
like,
that they made you
2007.
wear them. Made you wear mustaches.
Yeah, that would be tough because I was already like sweating bullets from like being hungover. I would be like,
Trying to
oh
put
my
it back
God.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough job to be doing hungover.
I don't know what I was thinking.
What was like your favorite memory from that?
From the pedicab?
Yeah, I'm sure you had a lot of funny stories with those people.
Well, I worked at a restaurant called The Goat. And
This place is made up.
The Goat Soup. It's the Goat Soup and Whiskey. So they have whiskey and soup. It's awesome. Well, the restaurant, it's amazing. But I would pick up
Craziest combo just as an outsider,
It's the
I'm going to
best.
say.
It's the best. It's the best. I would go to the boat where the ferry boat would come in, and I'd be like, all right, pedicab. These 2 people got on the back, and they're like, oh, we're going up to the Island Club, which is like farthest away from where I was. And I was like, oh God, this is going to be rough. So I'm riding past the Goat, and everybody who I work with, because they have like an outdoor patio, is like screaming and going, like chanting, like, let's go, Molly, pump it up. And I was like, I'm trying. Because it was like the only little hill on the island. So I was like, this happens often. And I got off the bike and started pushing these 2 people uphill.
This happens all the time.
Because I couldn't find strength. And then my hands were so sweaty because I was so anxious and nervous that they indeed did. They spun off. Like, I let go of the bike, and they went all, like, you know how like a bike that's heavy on the back, so it's like,
Yeah.
it was pretty tough.
That's pretty classic, though.
And that was probably my last pedicab shift. I think
Was
it was
it?
like, Mr. Poe, this has got to stop.
This is gonna do it for me. Yeah, that's hilarious. So they just kept spinning around. Did they fall over?
No, thank God.
Oh,
It kind of
thank
like
God.
went into the tree lawn, but they had a cooler of beer that went everywhere. So then I just ended up giving them all my money from my sack.
That stinks.
And I was like,
bad.
just take a cab. It's right here.
just have it.
Just take the bike too. I'm gonna go back work at the restaurant.
This was fun.
Yeah, this is good.
I think it would be very hilarious to be on the back of that pedicab, and you would just say, "Guys, I'm just gonna need you to walk with me.
I'm gonna
real
need you
quick.
to remove
Just-
yourself from the
just
bike."
Get up and walk with me."
And then people just chanting at me, and I was like, I worked there during the day.
That's my other job.
Yeah, that was
How many years did you do that?
from when I was 18 to 31.
That rocks. That's
Yeah.
rocking. So
That's
you'd
so
go
long.
back every summer, or is it open in the winter? As
I
well?
would go up there in the winter, and we would like go ice skating on the lake and like ice fishing and stuff. You would love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I would.
What?
I don't really love playing sports.
No, I mean the island.
Oh, yeah. No, I love drinking.
Yeah. I'm like, you wouldn't love it.
I'm like,
We
no,
can
I
go
would-
drink wine in a cave, and you're telling me you wouldn't love it.
Dude, I'm finding out so much about this place.
And jet skiing.
And they have pool bars.
Yeah.
Right?
Those are dangerous to go to. A lot of people peeing and
Septic.
drunk and peeing, drunk and peeing.
Yeah.
And puking. So
Well,
I
yeah.
kind of stay clear. I just jump in the lake.
I've done many spring breaks in my day.
Yeah, I feel like you're a real spring break head.
I'm like immune to disease.
Yeah.
I have
No.
been.
Yeah, you're
was
like-
I fucking no? But I was definitely getting something in the pool. That's like immaculate conception of an STD.
I can see you being like, I'm going underwater so long, I can hold my breath. And you're like, you open your eyes. People are like, don't open your eyes. It's too cloudy. There's pee everywhere.
Like, why are my eyes pink and pussing? yeah. Many a days. Cannonballs.
Makes
Like,
you
watch
stronger.
this.
I'm like, COVID can't get me if
My-
this pool can't.
like drinking a beer with my tongue out going, They're like, Grace, you're getting pool water in your mouth.
Okay.
So now I have, I gotta go to the doctor. But anywho, I got a game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do a game.
Let's do it.
All right, this game's called Who's More Disgraceful?
Okay.
In this late night game show, we will pull from a fishbowl of cards, prompting us to tell a story.
Okay.
All right. So the twist is you can tell a true story, you can tell a fabricated story, or you can just make a story up.
Okay.
But we have to decide for each other if it's true, fabricated, or just absolutely wrong.
Wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, wow. You have a...
Yes, we're prepared here.
That's a chip bowl.
Welcome to late night. No, it's not. This is no.
I
this
like
is,
it.
This is definitely.
It's a hand-woven bowl.
Yes.
Or not wood.
Wood carving. It's Brooklyn, anyways.
I go?
Yes.
Yeah, here I go. Tell a story about the worst bomb you've ever had on stage.
Okay.
My cousin Libby came to see me at the Laugh Factory in Chicago, and I was talking about my grandma, and she just kept shouting, "That's my Mima! That's my Mima!" And then I was gonna kill her. We've made up. Obviously, I never was really mad, but I was really nervous to be at the Laugh Factory in general at this point in my life. So I was like, "Shut the hell up! I'm gonna kill you!" And then we went out, and then I went home, and I walked home, and I cried because I had bombed so bad.
That is true.
Yeah.
You just recently told me that story.
Shit!
Oh,
Well,
classic.
at least I'm an
Got your
honest
ass.
friend.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry, Libby.
All right, let me give this a whirl. The time I realized I was the villain.
Oh, God.
All right. It was a beautiful summer's day,
Okay.
July 27th, 2000 something. And I was at the beach across the street from my grandmother's house.
Oh, no.
And my sister and I decided to dig a hole. And, and I was using a metal shovel, and my sister, curious as can be, wanted to see if she could see into China. That was the big joke at the time, because you could
Absolutely.
dig a hole to China. And so she was looking for China, and all she saw was a metal shovel right to the face. And I've always said that it wasn't on purpose, but I meant it. What do you think?
I'm going to say true because you recently just told me that story.
True, but
No, I don't
fabricated.
think. I think you didn't mean to hit her.
Let's try again.
Okay. All right.
Please be my guest. Enjoy yourself.
Okay. Oh, God. Dumbest thing I spent a ridiculous amount of money on. Oh, yes. A pair of rollerblades that are really fancy for an SNL sketch where I was the robot from the Jetsons, and I speed skated around, or roller skated around, and I think Lauren rolled his eyes. And then the sketch didn't get picked up, so I just have really expensive rollerblades.
That is true.
Yes, a bit
Why
fabricated.
are you paying for your rollerblades?
Because it was my sketch. I guess I
Is
could
that
have
how that
borrowed them,
goes?
but I think I wanted a pair.
So
I was like, I'll use this excuse.
I'm like, yeah, I'm dying.
Yeah,
to
you
get
gotta
some-
buy all this stuff. No.
Just write it.
I'm
just
sure
write.
if I asked for rollerblades, they would have found me them, but I wanted my own pair to rip through.
Of course.
It was a little fabricated though, because they weren't that expensive.
How much are blades going for?
A little under 200, I'd say.
Okay, well, that's not. It's more than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought there was 60.
Well,
60 beans.
Yeah, well, you can probably get a pair for 60, but then the wheels are going bad. You hit a rock, you eat shit,
You hit them till the wheels fall off.
That's right.
That's how
That's
it goes.
It's hard to lie to you.
I'm a bad liar. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm a bad liar if it's about like something that's true. If it's gonna affect people's lives, I'm a bad liar.
Right.
But when it comes to a comedic bit, I think I can lie pretty good.
Oh, 100. That's yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, I just bullface lied, but it was because it was for a story. But if you were to ask me like, do you hate me? And I would have to lie, and I'd have to say, no, I think you're awesome.
I feel like you are a terrible liar.
Are you like that? Can you lie? Are you a good liar?
I don't think I'm a very good liar. I feel
No?
like you can see it in my eyes.
Yeah. It was the guilt of it all.
Yeah.
The Irish guilt. Yeah. When you gave your first penance, what were some of the things you might have said?
Oh, I told the priest, I was like, I beat the crap out of my brothers. And I think I literally said, beating the crap out of my brother.
I beat the crap out of my brother's father.
You probably have some funny ones.
I don't know. I think I was like, I'm mean to my sister and
Just one?
Yeah, because the other one I treated like an angel because she was like mine.
Yeah.
Because my parents would work a lot, so I treated her better, and I'm sorry.
Is her name?
Her name is Maggie.
Okay, and you have a Molly.
And I have a Molly.
Oh.
And we were Maggie, Molly, and Grace in Chicago with
Maggie
Maggie Winters.
Winters.
And we were the triplets.
Woo!
And everybody couldn't tell us apart. And we for that, we said, yeah, good luck trying.
Good luck, honey.
It ain't gonna happen, all right?
Nope.
I'm gonna give this a whirl.
Yeah, I want to see if...
Most ridiculous thing I've ever done for a dare. This one time in, what did I say, 5th grade, my friends didn't know who Popeye was. And so I told them who Popeye was, and they dared me to eat 2 cans of spinach. And I kept doing it, and then they passed me a third, and I threw up.
They passed you a what?
A third can.
Oh,
to
a third.
Eat,
I think it said a turd. I was like, they threw a turd at you. What are you talking? I think that's true.
It's fake. I don't know where that came from.
I forgot about Popeye.
Popeye on a spinach.
That was good. That was good.
Thank you.
You got my ass.
Okay, good.
Got my
All
ass.
right. That was a fun game. I like that game.
Yeah, that was a good game.
That was our first time playing that game.
Oh,
Thank you so
cool.
much for popping that cherry.
We love it.
Now for this segment, we asked the live studio audience if they had anything they want to get off their chest.
Okay, cool.
See what I did there?
Yes. Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Here are their responses.
Okay.
I pooped on my cousin's floor so I could have her J. Crew necklace in 2010. So that seems like a crazy tip for top from that cousin.
Yeah.
Are you watching White Lotus right now?
Yes.
That sounds like something the brother would do.
Yeah,
that
what?
pervert.
Wait, this is something that happened to someone?
This happened. You should have saw what people were replying. A lot of people were just saying, I hate my boyfriend. Like, this is not the place for that.
Wait, someone, just to clarify, someone pooped on their cousin's floor so that they J. Crew necklace?
In 2010.
Okay, that makes more sense. The year makes way more sense. Interesting.
So I guess, yeah, it's kind of like the question I just did, but not really. But like, what was the worst thing you've ever done to get something in between for exchange?
For exchange?
Yes.
I have pooped in a bag before and lit it on fire.
In order to get...
No, just to revenge. Revenge.
Just for revenge? Oh,
Yeah.
to get revenge.
Yeah, to get revenge. To get revenge.
That's so classic 80s style.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
And I wasn't
wow.
even born in the 80s.
No, I know.
But-
But like, I haven't heard of anyone doing that since the 80s.
I know, it really just came to me and I had to do it. And me and my friends, we put a video camera out and it was harmless. But the guy who answered the door was like, hey guys, it's poop again. And I was like, what? This happened more than once? So that was the disappointment.
Was this in Putnam?
No, this was in college. They were our besties, but they came in our house and they flipped over everything, including the refrigerator. They just flipped everything over. So like even the cereal boxes were flipped over.
Sounds like a prank war.
Yeah, it was. And I was like, I'm going to shit in a bag and I'm going to light it on fire. I'm like, touch my stuff again.
I dare you.
And like all the girls were like, oh my God, they're flirting with us. So I'm like, I don't give a shit. They're not flirting with me.
Fuck them. I'm gonna shit
Light
in a
up.
bag and light their asses up. But the fact that they didn't even respond is out of control.
Yeah.
They just hit it with, oh yeah, it's poop again.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is
What's going on
fuck?
at Dayton?
A lot of crazy shit.
We've got another thing that someone got off their chest. I'm tired of McFucking-Donald's charging 60 cents to add cheese to my fucking hot and spicy.
Wait, it's 60 cents to add a slice? That is
That's-
robbery.
That's crazy.
I want to shake this person's hand. That's so trash.
They're just sitting there like, oh, finally, somewhere I can get this off my chest.
Yeah, talk to me. That's crazy.
It is crazy. McFucking-Donald's.
And it's probably like a plastic piece of fucking cheese too. Like,
oh, it's that.
and
It's that fake cheese.
And it's not thick.
No, it's not. Oh, fuck them to hell. Unless they want to sponsor this podcast. I love McDonald's.
Yeah, I could go for a big old fry right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I got McDonald's for lunch yesterday, just like as a funsy thing. I haven't done that. I haven't got McDonald's not drunk or hungover in forever. And I was just like, you know what? I need a Big Mac start today.
Oh, I love a Big Mac.
Love a Big Mac, man. I want to see my boyfriend fuck my best friend.
What?
All right.
These people are wild.
So we went from McFucking Donald to please fuck my boyfriend.
I wonder if it's boy, girl, boy.
Yeah. It doesn't
Like,
really
what's the
say
scenario?
Here. You know,
I
to
guess
each
we'll
their
never
own.
know. Yeah.
You know, mint flavoring only belongs in dental products and gum.
I agree.
Well, what about like you've never had a mint McGillicuddy's nip?
What did you just say?
Mint McGillicuddy's nip.
Oh, like a shot?
Yeah.
No, I don't like. I agree with this person.
You agree with this?
Yeah.
What about anything Christmas themed with mint?
No, because it should be chocolate,
Okay. All right.
and I'm a firm believer in that.
I like that you stand your ground.
I don't want a minty cookie.
Nobody wants a minty. Well, yeah, I do. Thin mints.
It's chocolate too, though. You're right. All right, you got me on that one.
Yeah,
Damn
thin
it.
mints. That's the tiebreaker.
Shit.
I pay to get background checks on every guy I talk to / go out with.
I don't think that's too crazy. I think maybe they've
Been wrong.
maybe they've been wronged. You know,
a
protect yourself at all
criminal.
costs in this crazy world.
Yeah.
That seems like it might be a little bit expensive, though.
Yeah, this sounds like a rich bitch.
Yeah, because aren't like background checks when you get like an apartment, you have to pay like $20 sometimes. So if she's doing, well, maybe she's only seeing.
You're calling this young woman a whore?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, sweetie. No, you're probably a lovely little lady or tall. I don't know.
Well, that's good. I think the mystery of finding out they're a villain is fun too. You know,
Yeah.
Because isn't that what life is about? Finding out later on that the person you love is somebody you deeply, deeply hate.
Or it's someone who did a background check on you and didn't tell you till like the day you got married or something.
Oh,
That's kind of
that's.
I would want to
creepy.
know.
I guess that part's creepy. I like being safe than sorry, but also at the same time, at some point you have to say background check. I did that.
Yeah. It's sooner than later, I think.
Being a mom isn't that great. Jesus Christ.
Okay, hey.
I don't know if I truly want to give my marriage another chance. Jesus.
Oh my God, we gotta lift up your fan base.
Yeah.
They're like, seeming like they're a little sad.
Yeah.
It's the winter.
It's the winner.
It's the winter. Yeah,
They'll come back around
Yeah.
on their kids and
Wait,
their significant.
say that one again.
I don't know if I truly want to give my marriage another chance. The way that's worded,
Strange.
there's a journal in there somewhere.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's gonna find it or she's gonna find it. And oh boy. All right. Well,
That one stuck to the heart.
that one.
Hope wish them well. Maybe it's the best thing for them to break up.
I hope they have nothing but happiness.
Yes.
In the long run.
Yeah, hopefully they're doing some couples therapy or something.
Christ have mercy. I want the Sonic workers to be trained not to put their damn finger in the center of my cheese coney when I order freaking extra cheese. Like, what the fuck would you do that bullshit for?
Whoa, that's a loaded one. So what are they saying?
I want the Sonic workers to be trained not to be putting their damn finger in the center of my cheese coney when I order freaking extra cheese. Like, what the fuck would you do that bullshit for?
Dang, you guys have Sonics by where you're from?
No.
Me neither.
So I'm not understanding the
I
whole
don't either.
cheese coney of it all.
They do rollerblade though.
They do. They do.
I should have worked there when I was younger.
Yeah.
I could have been like,
Two birds, one stone.
yeah, I get my practice in, get my finger in the cheese.
Oh, a cheese coney is a hot dog.
Oh,
Well, I just found out. Thank you so much for that.
cool. I thought it was, I don't know.
I waffle stomped multiple times in college and never told anyone.
Wait, that's very
What do
funny.
you mean you never told anyone?
You just told us.
I pick my boogers out, smear them on the back of my hand, and let them dry and flick them off.
No, what's going on? I'm
Yeah.
really worried about these people.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, but figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, you guys, enough with the boogers and the poop.
I mean, these are just like yucky things that
I do like the excitement of all of it, though.
It is good, you know, because no one's ever talking about what they're doing with their boogers, you know.
Yeah, that's bold. That's someone who knows that they don't have to put their name down.
Yeah, that's
The
anonymous.
Yeah.
This is confession, really.
Yeah, it makes me question shaking people's hands in general.
Yeah, I usually go like this. I've had someone do that to me once. It's awful.
Yeah.
They meant it too, little fuck.
Yeah, that's hurtful.
Yeah. But it's also like, you're a fucking clown, bro.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
Yeah. Turd-like behavior.
Fucking fool. Anywho, this next segment
Hit
is
me.
called Jokes in My Notes. And
Jokes in my
you don't
notes.
have to share if you don't want to, but it's just this premise where if you have any jokes in your notes that you think you'll probably get rid of or are no longer using, we would love to hear them.
Oh, do I have to look at my phone notes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
That was
No.
probably the prep I should have told you about.
My friend is like a crazy funny person. Her name is Molly, and she's like, chords make me sick. The look of them makes me sick. So like, you know how like I'm a dumbass right now. Let's see.
You hate the way the studio's set up?
No,
With
not
the
me.
chords and all?
Not me.
Your friend Molly can't stand
Come
that
on,
shit.
Molly. There ain't enough trees in the woods, mama. That's just a line. That's just a random line that I have written.
Isn't it funny? Because you go back and you're like, what the hell does this mean?
I slipped 2 discs in my back jet skiing. I don't treat my body like a vessel. I tend to treat it like a cowbell. And this one, okay, then I'll stop. This one is, you know when people are like, good to see you?
Yeah.
And I was like, good to be seen.
Oh.
I hate when people say that. So I want to be like, oh, are you mocking me? Anyway.
That's good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no, good to be seen.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm like, go, jump in a river.
You know what? You want to say that their parents didn't love them enough, but they actually loved them too much.
Yes.
It's so good to be seen the way my mother did.
Good to be seen.
Good to be seen.
It's like, what, were you in a cave for a couple of years? What's going
what
on?
the hell? I got a question for you, and we could skip right past it if you're not interested. Do you have any sketches that you wrote that never made to air that you would have loved to see?
Oh, yeah. There's many. Io was hosting. J-Lo was the musical guest. And I think J-Lo was like maybe going to be in sketches. So me and a couple writers, we wrote a sketch where Io and I work at Best Buy. And J-Lo comes in and we try to sing to her. And it's like all these dumb songs. They're like, yeah.
You were Kim Cattralling.
Yeah. Trying to think of what other stuff. I just did a lot of trying to jump and fall through things.
Oh, yes.
It was a big goal of mine. Did I get to do that goal? No, but maybe on another set, you know?
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Because you've got a show coming to
Hopefully.
light, hopefully.
Hopefully.
You know how the Hollywood goes. You never
Hollywood.
know when it webs and flows. but
Hollywood.
what is the premise for that show for the people listening at home?
We shot the pilot, so we might get picked up. It's called DMV, and it's about people who work at the East or West Hollywood DMV or East Hollywood DMV.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm the manager.
That's a great concept.
I'm the manager,
That's fucking awesome.
and I believe in it.
Where was that filmed?
Montreal.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't think I was going to say that, did you?
I didn't.
Trying to learn French. A lot of people obviously speak French.
You speak French?
God, no.
Oh.
I'm working on it, though. I'm working on it.
You are? Oui?
Oui.
Oui?
Bonsoir. It's still the afternoon now.
Baguette.
Bonjour. Croissant. Like when I worked at Starbucks, people would come in and be like, can I have a croissant? And I'm like, we're at a Starbucks, bro. Like you don't need to say croissant.
You don't have to add the italics.
Oh, it was tough.
Oh, God. You just see Starbucks, they have to write nice things on your cups now.
Yes, dude. Oh my God. And I live above a Starbucks right now.
nice.
So it's very like I want to get one of those mail things where that goes thump, and it like shoots up and it like lands right in my hand in bed. I'll be like, woo.
Oh, that would be so classic.
I know. And they know.
What about a pulley system?
That's what I was thinking as well. And this one said, give it your best shot. That's what mine said yesterday. Give it your best shot. I'm like, give what?
Just give it.
And I go, I'm gonna.
That's something I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really gonna slow down the beverages.
Yeah. And then like some of them, they're really long sometimes.
Yeah, it's really sweet, but at the same time,
It's sweet, but if I were there, especially like writing on a cup is always tough.
do you ever give someone your name and they get it wrong? I got Grack.
No.
I've got Greg. I always get Greg.
Greg
actually.
makes sense.
Tracy.
Tracy.
I must have been saying Gracie that day,
Oh.
feeling frisky.
I get
only-
Miley a lot. People think because I'm like a.
Oh,
I don't know if it's like the Midwest thing. I go Molly. They go Miley.
Miley.
Or Mikey. I get Mikey a lot.
Mikey.
I'm like, what? You gotta enunciate more.
I guess so. It's
I'm a mess. Can't even get my name. Can't even say my name right at
Christ
Starbucks.
have mercy.
That is pathetic.
God damn it. I gotta ask, do you have any unpopular opinions at this moment in time?
Ooh. I'm.
That's
I'm
fair.
nervous.
I know. I get that. That's I wouldn't be able to. If somebody just asked me that question, I wouldn't be able to come up with that on the spot.
Yeah, I don't know. I like watching TV in the shower.
Was that your third TV? What are you
No,
loaded?
I just bring my phone everywhere. And then my friend Taylor was like, I think that's a sign of depression. And I was like, well, maybe it is, but I'm fighting it with this television inside of my shower.
It's just my happy box.
I'm sorry, watching Below Deck while cleaning my armpits.
Sorry.
Sue me.
Really getting in your below deck
you have
there. Not really particularly. No. It's like it's
tough.
hard. It's
tough.
really hard. Christ on a cracker.
Christ on a cracker.
You know what? You're not getting one out of me.
That's okay. You
You're
barely
not-
got one out of
you're
me. I just said something embarrassing. I didn't really give you one. I just said, all right, I want.
Well, here's the thing. I've got to ask you. Do you have a walkout song, like a go-to walkout song?
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Do you have one?
Yes.
Or do you switch it up sometimes?
I know. I've been keeping this one for a little bit. Ski. I've got My Girl Wants to Party All the Time, but by Dark Ski, which is a remix of the Eddie Murphy one. It gets people a little more hyped up.
I love that. I know. I think I need to get a more hyped up one too. That's
No, that one's good.
okay.
Because you know what it is? People are like, I haven't heard this in a while. Oh,
Yeah.
Good night.
I loved that song when I was little too. Good song.
It's a good song, you know? What were you like as a kid?
Sweaty.
Okay.
I was very sweaty, and I couldn't say sweaty. I said sweaty. So that runs deep in
Svedka.
my Svedka. I had a bowl cut. My mom let me dress whatever I wanted to wear, which was
Classic.
pretty cool. I wore cowboy boots every day, all day for 2 years.
Same pair?
Same pair, and I have one it's so worn out, and I use it as a flower pot.
Oh, it's adorable.
It is
and
very
stinky.
cute. Yeah, stinky flowers. No wonder they're always dying.
It's like a literal cartoon.
I feel like we would have gotten great. We would have gotten along very well as little kids.
Oh, we would have been the best of pals.
You guys didn't have bowl cuts though, did you?
My mother let me do Bob.
Okay, that's cutie.
I would. It was actually really crazy, and I just thought of this right now. If I could share with you,
Please.
My dad and I would go to. There was a woman's side and a men's side. There was a barbershop in the lady part, and that was just how it was. And my dad would say, "Go get your hair cut." And he trusted the ladies, and he would go get his little barbershop fade or whatever he got. I don't know, Jerry curl or whatever. And
And you would just be like,
I would just go, but I
Do
didn't
my
say,
hair,
what do you
lady."
want? And I'm like, what? Straight and bangs.
oh,
So I had a
wow.
bob bang.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to give my father a call after
Yeah,
this.
you should unpack that.
Oh, shit. They're all done.
We did good.
We did good. I think this was fun. Did you
I had
have fun?
I had a blast. I forgot where we were.
Oh, wonderful. Oh,
it's
hi,
always
guys.
good talking. It's always good talking with you, bud.
Always a blast. We had a lot of fun in Chicago. And guess what? You're going back, right?
I am. I'm
Yeah.
going back. Oh, I forgot.
Tell them.
Just check out my Instagram, Meat Brick Molly. Meat like a meat patty. Brick
Molly.
like a wall. Molly. Like me.
Yes. Thank you so much, Molly.
Paul.
This was great.
I love it. You're the best.
You rock. Love ya.
Waffle stomp.
Waffle stomp.